selling the cars, mate.
Sorry?
You sell the cars, don't you?
Oh, yes. Like I had a meeting yesterday
Mm.
with the Japanese guy. Still working on that.
Mm. You have to give me an Asher discount.
Sorry?
Yeah.
He has to give us a discount on his cars.
Absolutely.
What do you got?
What do you want?
Anything cheap?
Cheap.
Which is fine. So I think the silence. I'll come out and join you if it's not raining. I could have brought my matching beanie with that
Can I have some more?
They can't put it in their shoes yet. It's sad. No. It's sad. Can you go higher so you don't have to slash?
I mean, my selection.
It's really good to look through that. That's what you have to look through?
Yeah.
Oops, it's gonna be different. It's in here, then.
No, I'll look at it.
It's like that was
Not move.
Two teams on polar opposite ends of the JMC NWFL ladder come head to head, and they come here at Circular Head. One win going the way of Circular Heads. Wynyard, they've got a couple. They had a week off to work together in the state game, falling just short against the NTFA. Bo Downham in the commentary box with you. Massive welcome to you wherever you're watching from around the planet. It's shaping up to be hopefully a bit of a cracking game. Some wet weather football is on the cards here. Let's get underway here. Round 8 NWFL action. Big tap down was won there from Big Ruckman in the middle for the Cats in Marshall. Charles straight down to a teammate, Davies. Spiralling ball out. Bit sloppy to start off with. Out now in front of Edwards. Flicking the hand pass off though was Lardner. Lardner's kick out wide. He's good and hits up a teammate in Stewart. Stewart just missing the hand pass to Edwards. Marshall nearly getting run down. In there was Lefebvre. Had a nice little fresh trim as Big Tommy Lefebvre. In there was a strong tackle laid by Brockhouse. Fisted out of the way from Marshall. Out in front of the Big Ruckman in Charles. A spiralling ball inside forward 50. Trying to just sort of stem the blow there was Howard. Free kick going the way of the Saints. And the Rocket League expert, Cameron Johns, is going to get on. I need to play one-on-ones with him, I reckon. Cameron Johns, whoa. Last time we covered a game that this man was playing, he bloody kicked a bag full. Maybe he only does it when the cameras are out. Big Cameron Johns to get them underway here, the Rocket League expert. This one to go for goal and to get us underway here at Circular. It's Cameron Johns to line up from 45 metres out, and they love it off the boot. Johns gets the first. A couple of emotes from the big fella there. Maybe he didn't get it. That's awkward. I thought he got that there, did Cameron Johns. They loved it off the boot, I thought, as they go into the middle of the ground. End-to-end football here from the Cats. It's Scrubby right to the teeth of goal. Genuine one-on-one. Tapped over the line there by Baker. I'm not sure if... I'm guessing he just missed it to the face of goal. Across the face did Cameron Johns. I thought he got it. Too worked up trying to find his username on Rocket League. Very, very dangerous signs there from Kwong. or Kong. Pleasure to catch up with, I think it was Jock Nyop in Launceston last week, or 2 weeks ago, for the NTJFA versus the NWFL rep games, the under-14 boys. But we'll focus on this one. Hugging the boundary line, it'll go for behind, so one apiece. Yeah, good to finally catch up with some of the Northwest boys. I got to find out how to actually pronounce some of the tougher names of the team. One being Boom Kwong or Yor Nyanjok. Or maybe you might prefer Beer. Johns. The Guru Johns. Out now to Kwong. Kong. Oh, good looking ball drop, but only to go to Johns. It travelled the full measure, and that's where it goes. Josh Muhammad on. Johns with a kick out of defence. Big bustling Beer, or rather Yor Nyanjok. Nyanjok down the line. Hits up Brody Knights. Knights. Hugging the boundary line is Brody Knight. Big attempt there from Beer. Dancing around one, but dancing around two. Does well to slap it on the boot, but only as far as Billy Marshall. Marshall, corridor kick. Pinpoint accuracy, hits up a teammate in Edwards. Edwards, the driving ball inside forward 50. Coming out to meet it there is Yor Nyanjok. Gonna stuff those up all day. It was actually Boom Kwong as a stabbing kick forward off to Keegan Weller. Nice tackle laid though. By Jock Nyop. Trapped at fullback. Saints. Dumps a long one. Kibiki coming along to cut this one off. Socket along the boundary line. It'll be a throw in. Decent looking throw in. Charles, the vice skipper, silver service down to a teammate in Kroll. Lefebvre with a scrubby right foot kick forward. Just dropping the mark there was Kong. And Boom Kong will try and mop this one up out of fullback. Strubby, little ball out in front of Malachi Sheehan. He's mown down though. Sheehan, it was a good tackle. From French. French just over the head of his intended target. Charles got below the knees of the big fella, running out of fullback now. Now the Saints. Damien Barker. Kick down the line, intended for Davies. Boundary line beats all comers. We'll see it throw in. Very good throw in by the umpire. Marshall out onto the chest of Lefebvre, couldn't quite get it. No look hand pass from Noah Fleming. Scrubby kick inside forward 50. Kabiki's lurking around. Socket off the ground again from Noah Fleming. Lefebvre, still Lefebvre, wearing him like a glove. There is Kong. See a ball up. Tapped down by Weller. Off now to Nice. Couldn't quite get his hand pass away in the nick of time. Kabiki with a spiralling ball forward only as far as Perry. Perry out of fullback. Sits it up. Fist came from the side from Stewart. On all fours now are the Cats. In and under is Baker. Old-fashioned ruck tap there from Marshall. Nice, got his hand pass. Stripping him there was Edwards. Kubicki shoveled a hand pass out in front of Fleming. Genuine one-on-one now for the circular head Saints. It's living down there. Out in front of Smith. See a ball up. Tap down and fist it out of the vicinity from Charles. Lefebvre breaking through stride. Flicks the hand pass off. This is better from the Cats. Nice little kick, just upended himself though in the end from Baker. Strubby, little kick out forward. Pushing the back was good there from Brasendale. Hot in the kitchen now. Ren Smith hugging the boundary line. Does get it in. Board. Back to Smith. Some sort of goal to follow this one up. Out in front now of Edwards. Edwards, Kubicki. Hugging the boundary line. Will be a ball up 25 metres out from goal. Neither ruckman getting a decisive tap down. In there was Eggar. Kick off the pack from Weller. They get their first of the afternoon. Keegan Weller strikes first blood for the Cats. Look on the replay here, they do very, very well just to get it out. And Weller, it was scrubby football, but Keegan Weller striking first blood of the afternoon. 1-2-8 plays 0-1-1. Nine minutes into this first term. Marshall with the tap down. Lefebvre the recipient of it. Flicked it back to Marshall. Couldn't quite make anything of it. Running in the pack there is Lardner. Lardner just strips his opponent in Fleming. Tap down from Charles. Missing through with a little bit of speed there was Bakes. Tackle late from Davies. Tap down again from Marshall. Rucked, roved, spun out of the tackle. He's in a little bit of trouble. The umpire didn't agree with me on that one. Spun around is Lardner at the bottom of the pack. A couple of repeat stoppages to start the 10-minute mark off. Marshall taps it down the throat of Lefebvre. Spun around to the tackle, got his hand pass away. Marshall, just a no-look hand pass. It was a throw. So free kick going the way now of Barker. Running off half-back now with the Saints. A kick inside the forward 50 is good. It hits up Sheehan. Sheehan has a nice little lead forward, but the kick was just a little bit too light on distance. Pressure's been good this game so far. Smith, fist came from behind from Jasper Perry. Overrunning it there was Ren Smith. Hand pass back inboard now. Edwards or Knight will kick it inside forward 50 over the head of Davies, and comfortable mark taken by Keaton Edwards. Edwards shifts it across the line. Out now in front of Griffiths. Sucked the man up and then gave the hand pass off to Howard. Howard down this outer wing. This is better now. Eggar flicking the hand pass off now. They can run to 50 and they can strike. It looks like a pretty good kick off the boots. And they get it. Second goal going the way of Wynyard. Good goal it was. Tap down was good from Beer. Out of the middle now, the Saints. A kick inside the forward 50. Davies has isolated himself down forward. And it'll be a free kick going the way of Davies. So Liam Davies now. Davies to go. And return serve for the circular head Saints, looking for their first of the day. Pretty good off the boot, but just drifts across the face of goal to the left of screen. We're behind. So out of defence now. Strolling with it with his Howard. Howard down the line. Bourne. Still with Bourne. Flicked it off into the direction of Edwards. Edwards overlap run. Just intercepted though from Beer. Nice little shrug and go there from the Cats. Out in front of Smith, who was pushed as he tried to mark it. Brent Smith looking for their third. So Smith looking for their third of the afternoon. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. No mistake about it. Brent Smith gets in on the action. Couldn't quite pick up who that second goal kicker was. So if anyone out there is watching, flick it through to me. Have to do a bit of research. We'll have to try and find it. Trapped on the outer side. Back into the middle now. Beer with the jump. Marshall with the tap down. Roving, it was Bourne. Bourne's hand pass inboard to Fleming. Just missed. Hand pass from Sheehan was cut off from Edwards. A kick inside the forward 50 now. Coming out to meet it is Barker. Had Hummel in support. Didn't go to him. Barker out now. Jamar Jackson. Jackson. Swift little run and dash now, going on the opposite foot inside the forward 50, but standing underneath it swiftly there was Howard. Long hand pass off to Marshall, down the line, a couple of high flyers fly. Fist from Kong was good from behind. In and under the pack was Fleming. Tap down was good to Jamar Jackson. Another inside forward 50 from him. A kick was just over the head of Muhammad. Johns, still Johns, hugging the boundaries. Johns, your ball up. Barbecue going, looks like a good vibe out there at Circular Head. Tap down just over the head of Nyanjok. Bourne with the ball to send him out to this wing. Hamill fist from behind was good. Eggers link up and go. Hand pass is adventurous. Nyanjok was good to get the hand pass out, and only to Muhammad. Joshua Muhammad. Edging closer to goal here is a stabbing little kick forward. Hits up a teammate in Kong. Kong's kick was short to Gardner. Gardner had a couple of runners on as a kick goes inside the forward 50. Big mark taken from Marshall. Take your pick who it was. Kick wasn't good though. Rushing it over the boundary line there was Howard. Howard down the line. Big fist came from behind from Kong. Only as far as Joshua Muhammad will pick this one up. Kong again. Just couldn't quite pick it up on first or second attempt. Hand pass was flicked out now to Sucksworth. Stabbing kick down the line. Falls into the hands of Jock Niop. Once her with Niop was good. Running into some trouble was Barker. Hugging the boundary line is Perry. Had no one to go to. Holding the football, the call. Umpire was blindsided. Kick down the line in front of Nyanjok. Fleming and Glenn Smith, the C's part for both of those two. Back to Fleming, who has a little bit of time and space to shift it off to Marshall. The big fella getting on all fours, just got tackled. In there was Lardner, who got slung. Ball up. Marshall fisted it out of there. Hamill the beneficiary of that tap down. On all fours again. Bourne. Beerby with a flick hand pass off. Davies with a squaring little kick off. Kick in board. Beerby. Davies. Kick inside the forward 50. A couple of flies fly. On second attempt it was Lardner and they're underway on the board. Lucas Lardner crammed that one superbly. And they're on the board here at Circular Heads. It's 10 points to the margin, 1-3 to 3-1. Very, very good stuff from the Circular Head Saints. Tap from Charles over the back. Out in front now, Sheehan. Sheehan just got roved and the ball up or free kick. Sheehan, run from Hamill was superb. Stabbing little kick forward. Sock it off now to a teammate. High up and under kick inside the forward 50. Just pushed down though was Beer and Howard out of defence. Lefebvre with a sliding tackle. Oh, Mark, rather. Well, Griffiths. Out in front of Egger. Has a bit of time. A nifty little tap on from Egger. Socket off the ground, but it was good defensive pressure there from Kong. Couple of big boys in both of these teams. So Gardner, the skipper, send them out of defence. Just slipping over at the crucial time was Hamill, but luckily his opponent didn't take the mark. He stood up on all fours, but couldn't quite reel the crumb in. Brasendale the tackle on Hamill. Charles, strong leap over the top. Goes to Lardner. Kick that goal, Lucas Lardner. Dump a long one down the line. In search of Davies was a little bit too hot for him. Umpire will call the throw in. Vicky hasn't quite had an influence yet on this game, the number 4 in the fluoro boots. Convincing tap down was one there from Weller. Davies. Davies kicking board to a sliding. Lardner couldn't quite seal the deal. Lefebvre stood in the way of Bake, so he got his tackle away in the nick of time. Tap down from Charles. Only as far as Davies, who's set upon by 2 sandwiches. Tap down from Weller. Out in front was Hamill, flicking the hand pass off to Kubicki. So swift in these tight situations. Charles. Tackle late on Weller. Doing some ruck work. Tap down to Charles. Kubicki in the road. In there was Hamill. Tapping onto himself there was Stewart. Bottom of the pack now is Baker. We'll see a ball up again. Weller with a venturous attempt. To Charles. He tried to kick it out of midair. Charles, a high kick inside forward 50. Big fly, nearly reeling in the mark. It was Nyanjok. Out in front of Beer, hugging the boundary line. Beer, what's better than one beer? Two beers, nearly. Kubicki. Big fist came from behind from Nyop. Or Kong, rather. Scrubby ball forward from Hamill. Beer still lurking around. Lardner taking the ground. Out of the ruck was Weller. Beer had him in a wrap. Ball up. Beer ripped him out of there. Hamill again, still going forward now. Slapping on there was Jenkins, out in front of Smith. Has some support on. Hand pass was dicey, but they got away with it on this occasion. Out now to the running Lefebvre. Lefebvre to go inside. Nearly just spilling the mark though was Lyons. Lyons still with a good search inside forward 50. It was only as far as Perry. Davies spots up Jackson. Jackson out even wider to Sheehan. Sheehan will go over the head of a teammate. Running onward here is Brock House. House taken. Umpire called advantage. Dancing around him though was Baker. What was going on in that passage of play? House. Muhammad, dying stages in this first term, looking for a goal and looking for a settler. Muhammad leading out is Beer. Talking to a couple of his teammates a couple of weeks ago, as I said, they've got a line that they want me to use if they get this. Beer. Beautiful lead out. Some very talented players on this team for Circular Head. This to cut the margin down to 4 points. Beer. Big kick in the context of this quarter. Solid approach on goal. Across the face though, that's two behinds for him. Now to fullback. Nyanjok gonna eat this one up. Coming back in. 50, won't be the call. Davies to go from outside forward 50 to get it within 4 points on the eve of the first quarter break. Don't think that will register. It will be. Now, it won't be a behind. Smith. Down the line. Nyanjok standing underneath it. Bobbles out now to George. Running over was Muhammad. Out now in front of Lyons. Lyons with the kick inside to Kubicki. Was a little bit too light on for measure. Smith socketed off the ground. It'll be hugging the boundary line. Will be a behind going the way of the Cats. So Nyop. And Kubicki's going to have a shot siren. We'll have a pretty good view of it. Callum Kubicki starting to work his way into this game. 10 points. This will be a real stinger if it gets out to 16. This would be some sort of goal, hugging the boundary line about 45 metres out. Callum Kubicki from the boundary line. It's working its way back. What a goal from Kubicki. Brilliant stuff there, and they absolutely love it. And why wouldn't you? Kubicki with a late time sealer. 16 points the margin it is. 1-5-11. They'll be ruining their opportunities, will the Saints. Beebe with a couple of near misses, and Kubicki opened up the angle perfectly. 4-3-27. Some goal kickers for you. Callum Kubicki, Fleming, and Weller. Not too sure about who that fourth goal kicker was. We'll do some research during the break. And also Lucas Lardner for the Saints. Well, this has lived up to the hype, hasn't it? We'll go for our first major break of the game. We'll be back in a very, very short amount of time. Don't go anywhere. This is shaping up to be a thriller here at Circular Head.
Neither ruckman getting a decisive tap down. In there was Eggar. Kick off the pack from Weller.
Howard down this saddle wing. This is better now. Eggar flicking the hand pass off now. They can run to 50 and they can strike. It looks like a pretty good kick off the boots. And they get it. Smith looking for their third of the afternoon. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. No mistake about it. Brent Smith gets in on the action. Kick inboard. Beebe. Davies. Kick inside the forward 50. A couple of flies fly. On second attempt it was Lardner and they're underway on the board. Callum Kubicki from the boundary line. It's working its way back. What a goal from Kubicki.
No, no, no. You've got feedback. Just before the quarter, and get the water. I just can't believe being tired. So I just goes out and field. It's warming up a little bit. Yeah, it was awful.
I sent Mum a photo.
Yeah.
She was like, how's it going? And I'm like, well, I'm inside. The stranger's car.
What did she say?
I thought it was funny. She's not bad. She's like, poor Jet is stuck out the way. You're not even with him. I'm like, no.
Second quarter. Yeah. Nice. His star jobs.
I don't think people met anymore.
What's that?
And see, like, the spectacle glass.
No.
I think it's great.
Second quarter action live from Circular Heads is about to get underway. Bo Down, I'm in the commentary box with you, driving you all the way through for this game. Pleasure to have your company wherever you're watching from. 16-point lead going the way of the Wynyard Cats. They're looking to continue a good run of form. Charles winning the tap down. Quick out of the blocks now, Circular Head. Kick inside the forward 50. Good fist from behind. John Sheehan for the perfect start for the Saints, and they've got it. Back to 10 points. Quick out of the blocks. It took them 15 seconds. 15 bloody seconds it was. Wowee. Quick out of the blocks, the Saints. Have a look at it here. Good clearance win. I think it might have been Brody Knight, and they just went bang. Perfect start, Malachi Sheehan. That'll get them up and about there at Saints headquarters. Get the Barbie running. Get a couple of cans in. Big goal it was. Brilliant stuff. 15 damn seconds it was to get that goal.
Let me jacket that.
Tap down from Marshall. In there was Lefebvre. Hand passed it off to Smith. Just got pushed off it. Davies spots up a good kick. It was Brody Knight who got that clearance. Knight, stabbing kick forward, was intended for Nyanjok, who's drifted down forward. Back to Nyanjok. Numbers favour the Cats. That'll be a throw. To get it down to 4 points early, as early can be. Free kick to the Saints. In the hands of Cameron Johns, the Rocket League man. He needs a boost here. This to well and truly get a boost for the Saints. I thought he might have kicked one before. They're in this game if he kicks it. Johns to reel it back to 4. Right on the goal line, and they love it. They get around him. A couple of emotes now for Cameron Johns. He gets in on the act. The man who plays professional Rocket League has got one. Tell you what, I need to get him on my 2-on-2 team. That's for damn sure. Try and win a couple of tournaments. Maybe a nice little segment for the Tas Premier League's account. commentator and player link up to play Rocket League. We'll have to talk to the boss about that. I'm sure he's a lot better than I am as we go back into the middle. Tap down from Marshall. Davies just taking the ascendancy now, the Saints. Knight, he's been a big part of that. Kick inside the forward 50. Nyanjok just got hindered with. Lardner with a kick inside the forward 50. Beer, one-on-one. Tap, winning the day was Drods. Hugging the boundary line. Sheehan, hand passes it off to himself. Cameron Johns try to soccer it off the ground. It's all happening here at Circular Head. Out in front of a teammate now, running onto it. It's French. And the momentary kick was not brilliant. Back to Cameron Johns. Here he is again for 2 quick-fire goals and to regain the lead. They're coming here, the Saints. Momentum all in their favour. Cameron Johns to kick his second goal in a matter of minutes. And to regain the lead for the Saints early in this second term. It's only took them 4 minutes to kick their 4th goal of the term. Cameron Johns gets a second in a matter of minutes. 2 big-time goals for the big-time player in Cameron Johns. So back into the middle now. Tap down from Marshall. Charles, 4 clearances in a row now to the Saints. Coming out to meet it here is House. Ascendancy all with the red, black and white. A kick inside the forward 50 awaits. Kibicki standing back in the hole. Kibicki out of wing. Couple of flyers fly. Charles brings ball to ground. Lefebvre mops this one up. He might even get it back. Lefebvre spun around in the tackle, but the kick was nearly pinpoint accurate to a teammate. Edwards just hand passed it to space. Getting pushed off it now is Bates. Kick inside from Edwards. Kicking it forward though is Miop. 3 players out everywhere to start this term off. Charles, strong tap down, high up and under kick, nudged underneath it though. There's Lardner. Davies, nifty little left foot kick just to the disadvantage of a teammate. Might be Kalen Oates in the number 10. A couple of jumper switches. Have to follow that one up. Charles with an early leap, but it eventually worked out from Charles. Flicks a hand pass off. We're going to run with Kalen Oates. Kibicki, Smith, your usual suspects all linking up. Kick around the body now to centre half forward. Cameron Johns, who's had a magnificent start to this term. 6 metres. Free kick now. Nice little lead up from Knight, but a one-on-one was adventurous. Sheehan along the boundary. Sheehan hand passed it back in, did well to get rid of it. Yeah, that's a stiff call. Got rid of it, I thought. Kibicki. Kibicki ran into a little bit of trouble, but swiftly evaded it. 50-metre penalty. Kibicki with a kick towards the 50, only as far as Davies. Davies now to true centre half forward. It's up Beer. Wheeling and going Beer. Awkward ball drop. A couple of pros link up and Nyanjok's going to go for it. Yorn Nyanjok. couple of really good players in this team for Circular Heads that can take them forward. They've got a 2-point advantage here. Nyanjok. To extend the lead out now to 8. A big kick. Just to settle the nerves a little bit. It's been a hot start to this second term. Nyanjok, pretty damn good looking kick. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. And the kicking has been pretty good from Circular Heads today. Nyanjok gets his first of the day. This is some exhilarating football we're watching here at Circular Heads, folks. An awkward ball shot from Beer. It's not your most common ball drop, but he got there nonetheless. And Nyanjok, how good is that set shot? He's done that 1,000 times by the looks of it. We're back into the middle now. It's an 8-point advantage. Marshall winning the clearance. Sharon Egger, kick inside the forward 50 is adventurous. Hits up Neop. Out now to Kong. Put his teammate under a world of pressure, but I like the high socks as well from a couple of these lads. Marshall, should have been a holding free kick. In there was Lardner. Dragging it in was Edwards. Bottom of the pack he goes. Now back to Marshall. Big tap down to win. Lardner spinning out of trouble there was Bakes. Got the hand pass away in the nick of time. Hamill's taken in the left headed tackle. Ball up. Good tap down from Nyanjok. Left head with a scrubby little kick to the pocket. Lines just across the face. A goal, but it was a very, very, very good kick there. Hitting up Keegan Wello, who's looking for his second of the day. To bring it back to 2. So well up. To kick their first of the term. In desperate need of a goal. It's been all Circular Head. This to have a bit of a circuit breaker. Keegan Weller right onto it. The crowd's behind him. And Weller gets his second of the afternoon. Back within 2 points. Back into the middle now. High leap from Marshall. Down to Kubicki. Didn't quite reel it in. Into the bottom of the pack is Lefebvre. Good use of the body there from Beer. Davies out of the middle now. Swiftly off to Johns. He's having some sort of term. Cameron Johns, 2 in this term and 2 to his name. A known goal kicker. He led them to a drought-breaking victory in round 1. Can they get their second today? Cameron Johns. Back out to 8 points if he kicks this one. Wheels around. It looks not too bad off the boots. Cameron Johns, take a bow. 3 goals this term from professional Rocket League player. Gamer by day, footballer by night. 6-5 to 5-3. This is a damn good game here at circular heads. It's just a matter if they can keep up with the pressure for all 4 quarters. Davies is getting off the hook now. You can feel it. Marshall with a big leap. In the hands of Bakes. Pushed off it there was Beer. Marshall being aggressive now. Marshall fisted his way out of there. Leafheber's kick just got upended. Hamill's kick towards Muhammad was good. Just made the recommended distance. Muhammad down this commentary side wing. Davies spilling something that he probably should have marked. Bakes, Marshall, Leafheber linking up now. Ran into a jam though, did Weller. Or rather, Tuxworth. Marshall just fisted it out of the vicinity. Kabicki's got a bit of time to work on this side. Kabicki got the hand pass just away in the nick of time. Weller wearing him like a glove there is Kong. Pushed off the deck. Muhammad. Jackson. Should have been a holding free kick at the start of that passage of play, but umpire didn't see it. Beer on the arc of 50. Edging so close. Sheehan. Good tackle. Ball spills out now to Leafheber. Kabicki now. That's a Marshall. Marshall just has to dump a long one down the line in search of hope. Spilling the ball was Bourne. Oh, slipping over. This is dangerous. Back to Bourne. Again, running out of trouble. Marley Bourne right to the teeth of goal. They'd be happy to fist this one over. Barker fisted out the vicinity. Egger was lurking. Ball still being kept in. Egger tied along the boundary. Sharon Egger just ran over. He had an eternity to get rid of that. Should have been holding the football. Hell, look at that nice little passage of patrons there. You can see the Cape Grim beef. Need to get up to circular heads. Tap down from Beer. Rux roves his own football, then spills it. Ball just bobbled out. Ren Smith. Kabicki dancing around Ron. He's already got one. Kabicki right to the teeth of goal. Barker, he'd be happy to see this one over, and that's exactly where he goes. Coming in today, you didn't expect too much. 7th versus 4th. Circular heads, well and truly giving it to the 4th place Wynyard out of defence. Standing underneath it was Hamill. Hamill. Chipping kick was intended for Davies. Coming in from the side was Howard. Nice tackle Wade from Kong. Good to see these players smiling as well. Often the fun is taken out of it, but great to see some smiles around the ground today. Good throwing by the umpire, maybe a little bit shallow. Beer led the front runners. Marshall stripped him of the football. Leafheber hugging the boundary line, and diving on him was Hamill. Marshall ripped it out of the ruck athletically, slips it out in front of Bourne. Kabicki with the overlap run. Kabicki's hand pass inboard to Leafheber, who's instantly charged down. Muhammad. Saints with the numbers by way of Perry. Did well, and awkward little ball drop from Beer, but hits up at teammate. Just dropping at the crucial second there was Nyanjok. Hand pass in the middle of the ground. Knight didn't get down to the flight of the football. Muhammad spinning out of trouble. A couple of skill executions just costing them here. The Circular Heads Football Club. Just a couple of those hand passes there, trying to get out of, and trying to get out to go inside forward 50 was the issue. Marshall, the high kick inside forward 50, fly, and Perry with a nice strong mark. 17 minutes gone. It's a 4-goal quarter. 3 going the way of Circular Head. Perry. Johns led his way up the ground. Isn't he having some sort of term? Johns with a kick down the wing. Had to meet it. was Jenkins. Sheehan stripped of it and manhandled, dumping tackle. Oh, I should just let that go there. He took the kick. Sheehan to the run of Hamill. A kick inside the forward 50. Awaits Liam Davies, nearly. Hamill to mop up his own football. A kick towards the edge of the goal face. Izzy! Behind. Kubicki. Kubicki now. Over to Griffiths. Griffiths is called to play on. Neop just working around him. Cameron Johns having a stack of it, more affectionately known as CJ. CJ inboard to Jasper Perry. A couple of Perrys out there. Jasper Perry had brother waiting for it. The scroll, it was a really scrubby sort of kick. And it hits up a teammate there, and Nyanjok looks pretty comfortable with the distance. He's going back with it. This will be from more than 50 metres out. I like the confidence and will absolutely ride it home. He's going for goal. Confident in the distance is your Nyanjok. 8 points the margin at the moment. This descended out to 14 points. He went back straight away. Nyanjok, the distance is a little bit of a trouble. Beerby with the flight from behind. Charles Davies, Kubicki just got boots of ball. Lardner's already got one. Broke through the tackle. Jenkins lurking around this one. Lardner's still tight along the boundary. In there nicely was House. Ball up. He didn't quite have the distance in him, did Nyanjok. Maybe if he had turned back quicker, he might have spotted up a target. But I don't mind the confidence from the young man. Exhilarating half for football here. It's a pleasure to bring it to you. Tap down from Marshall. Davies just overrun. He's had a couple of moments where he could have got on the end of one and really made them pay. Davies again. Kick was smothered from Marshall. Muhammad will try to track this one down. Seems like they're outnumbering at the moment are the Saints. Nifty little hand pass on from Weller. Now down the line. Neop. Tapping it on to himself now is Edgar. Open goal square. Tumbling ball to the teeth of it. Missed. That's not great play. He needed just to go to drop punts. He had a bit of time. No idea why he didn't just go straight for goal. Neop. Oates. Oates down the line. Flyers fly through the hands of Nyanjok. So this is the thing now. They're switching Nyanjok and Beer and all these sorts of tall athletic players around the ground. They can play multiple positions. You never know quite where they're going to go. A couple of snags being devoured in the back there, man. The Sunnies love that. Marshall, Kubicki, nice little tunnel ball out, but umpire obviously missed that one as we go down the line. Leafheber, hand pass flicked off. This might be better. Lions had a bit to do. Muhammad slapped it out of there only momentarily. Leafheber slung around to the tackle. High kick up from behind the body from Lions. Standing underneath it there as Weller has a bit to do. Couldn't quite reel it in on first attempt. Kubicki still lurking around. Umpire calls the ball up. Tap down from Charles. Leafheber. High tackle is the call. Leafheber. Not sure if he's going to quite go. The bounce didn't sit for him. Disappointing stuff. They go forward. So, bit of confusion going on there, but it's going to be in the hands of Kong. Boom, Kong is the one I caught up with in Launceston. Jamar Jackson, Lions, soccering ball forward, just missed Kubicki, another tunnel ball out. Kick in favour of Weller, just couldn't quite reel it in. It's a hot football game here. Charles at the bottom of this pack. How good is it? 6 points the margin it is. Charles with the fist down, coming through. 1-2 times. Egger, free kick. Disappointing for Circular Heads. Lowered the knees. Got coat hangered. Sharon Egger looking for his first of the afternoon. Bring it back to even Stevens here. It's Circular Head heading into the half-time break. I wouldn't really want the break though with Circular Head. They've been on a roll this term. Although we've had 5 goals this term, so we'll have a little bit of time on. So Egger, the captain needs a captain's goal in this scenario for the Wynyard Cats, and that's absolutely what he provides. He's on the board now, Sharon Egger. Back to even here at Circular Heads. So all even here, 6-6 apiece. Circular Heads and Wynyard in a round 8 thriller, round 7 thriller here at Circular Heads. Tap down from Marshall. In there was Edwards. In fact, I'll go forward now. Jenkins, hand pass back, a kick inside the forward 50 awaits him from Lardner. All tumbles out and will be a throw-in. Good game of football here. Marshall bet the pack. Beer tackled him. Jackson. Should have been holding the football, I thought. Beer rips it out of the ruck. Shrugging one tackle. Got another one. Be a free kick going the way of the Cats. Bakes. Only gobbled up though by Jamar Jackson. And in front of a couple of teammates. Davey stood underneath it, got a nice little ear massage after. Hamill couldn't quite pick it up. Soccering ball out now. Back to Jamar Jackson, a kick inside the forward 50, just through the hands of a couple. Beer, here he is. He can't quite make it, and just gets clobbered by behind post. Kick to Bakes. Kick down the line. Big fist came from the side there from Neop, or rather Kong. We're never going to get those guys right, I think. Tap down from Charles. Again in there is Lefebvre. So a throw in now, 27, nearly 28 minutes gone in this game. Exhilarating half of football. Marshall now in the ruck, and the half comes to a close. It was a 5-goal or 6-goal quarter, if you don't mind. Cameron Johns with 3 of those goals. What a quarter of football we have just witnessed here at Circular Heads. A good game on the cards. Very nicely done. A 5-goal quarter going the way of Circular Heads, 2 to Wynyard, so a 7-goal quarter. Apologies for that. Cameron Johns has got 3. Sheehan with 2. Sheehan with 1. We also had Lardner and your Nianjok with the singles for the home team. For the Cats, Kabicki, Smith, Egger with singles. 2 going the way of Keegan Weller. Look, don't go anywhere. Make yourself a drink. Make yourself some lunch. But we are all leaving here at Circular Head. 6-6 apiece, 42. Bo down in the commentary box with you. We'll take our major break of the game. We'll come back with hopefully some more exhilarating football after half time. Charles winning the tap down. Quick out of the blocks now, Circular Head. Kick inside the forward 50. Good fist from behind. Johns, Sheehan for the perfect start for the Saints, and they've got it. Bats it. This game if he kicks it. Johns to reel it back to 4. Right on the goal line, and they love it. They get around him. A couple of emoting here at Circular Head. Out in front of a teammate now, running onto it. It's French. And the momentary kick was not brilliant. Back to Cameron Johns. It only took them 4 minutes to kick their 4th goal of the term. Cameron Johns. The true centre half forward. It's up Beer. Wheeling and going Beer. Awkward ball drop. A couple of pros link up, and yeah, second term. Nianjok. Pretty damn good looking kick. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. Left hand with a scrubby little kick to the pocket. Lines just across the face. A goal, but it was a very ahead. This to have a bit of a circuit breaker. Keegan Weller right onto it. The crowd's behind him. Good use of the body there from Beer. Davies out of the middle now. Swiftly off to Johns. Back out to 8 points if he kicks this one. Wheels around. It looks not too bad off the boots. Cameron Johns right to the teeth to goal. Barker, you'd be happy to see this one over, and that's exactly where he goes. Hamilton mop up his own football. A kick towards the edge of the goal face. Sizzy behind. Waiting for it. The scrow was a really scrubby sort of kick. And it hits up a teammate there. To himself now is Egger. Open goal square. Tumbling ball to the teeth of it. Missed. That's not great. The captain needs a captain's goal in this scenario for the Wynyard Cats, and that's absolutely what he provides. forward 50, just through the hands of a couple. Beer, here he is. He can't quite make it. He just gets clobbered by behind post. Kick. Bakes. Down the line. Kubicki. Bakes. Charles with the fist down, coming through. 1-2 times. Egger. They'll go forward now. Jenkins. And pass back. A kick inside the forward 50 awaits them from Lardner. Bakes. Big fist came from the side there from Niop. We've recharged. The producer and I have had some lollies. We're underway here. We've got a couple of pokes into us, so we're looking forward for a big second half. It's currently all even here at Circular Head. It's a pleasure to have your company wherever you're watching from around the planet. My name's Bo Downham. It's a pleasure to bring this one to you. Big second half. I mean, Circular Heads are out the blocks early. Let's see if they can keep their pressure going here. Big second half from Circular Head in the round 7 JMC NWFL competition. Charles out now in front of Edgar. Davies in there as always, the big coach with a ball up. He let the whistle go for a while. He built the suspense up and then said, "Nah, lads, we're going to actually have a ball up." Charles taps this one down out in the advantage of Knight. Couldn't quite reel this one in on first attempt. Shuffled it out on second. Out in front now of Hamill. Ball up still in the centre square. Tap down from Marshall. Ripped it out of the ruck and tried to go with it. Egger with a spiralling ball inside forward 50. Looking for the first the term of the Cats. Perry, Kubicki, still Kubicki, sizing up the goals for some sort of goal, nearly. Callum Kubicki, the lead going the way of the Cats now. Kick out of the fence from the Saints is dicey to say the least. Out now in front of Griffords. Centering ball inside forward 50. Have a look at the big levers of the big Jock Niop. Bloody hell. He brought down rain with him, did the young fella. Niop to send them out of fullback again. Standing underneath it was Hamill. Does well on second attempt to draw this one in. Jacob Hamill. Kick down the line is favoured for Jenkins of the opposite team. He does well to bring it to ground. Hand pass from Drodge was set for Jenkins. Jamar Jackson had other ideas. In there is Perry on all fours. Tackled now is Brock House. Tap down from Marshall. Bursting through there was Hamill. Poke was calling for it. Jackson, if they can get it out to him, he's free. He's going to get sucked into the contest now, though, is Joe Poke, number 10. Leafheber, a kick inside the forward 50. Big collision there. Coming out to meet it is Bourne. He's been quite early. Wearing him like a glove, though, is Kong. Out now. Kong, hand pass. Smith, tackle. Ball up. Stewart or Oates rather in the tackle. Tap down from Egger. Lefebvre spun out of trouble for the first of the term. Yeah, they're brave people parking behind the goals. The old window will get flogged. Brody Knight. One-handed grab from Davies. Davies, stabbing kick to Lucas Lardner. 1 goal for him today. Lardner with a searching kick inside the corridor. No one really favoured to it. Hamill standing underneath it. Bringing it to ground was Howard from the Cats. Kubicki was also lurking around. Out there was Nor Yanjok. Leafheber. Right to the half-forward flank. Line slung around in the tackle. Bourne. Leafheber has a little bit of time to compose for the first of the term. Thomas Leafheber gets this third term underway with a bang. Thomas Leafheber, it took him 4 minutes. They're looking likely going inside the forward 50. Back inside the middle now. Tap down from Charles. In there is Marshall. Taking the ascendancy early. Hamill came and spoiled the party. Davies in there, slung around in the tackle was Bakes. Hot in the kitchen it is. Charles, don't have a hand, pass it to a ruckman, they say. Why not? They kick it out to Poke. Poke with a driving ball inside forward. 50 to Beer. The fist was good though. Out though is Neanjok, who's drifted down forward. Beer. Egger with a tackle. He's stripped. Umpire. Ball up. Tap down from Marshall. Egger. Cameron Johns. So swift in these situations. House. Ball up. 7 points is the margin. It was as far as 16 points earlier in the day. Davies. Drod's looking very lethargic and trying to get that one out. Marshall. Free kick going the way to Billy Marshall. The ruckman shifts the goal face. It was a dangerous kick in search of Sheehan. Here is Jamar Jackson hugging the boundary line. Jackson sells the candy. Sizes up the goals. Jamar Jackson nearly. Neanjok bringing ball to ground. That would have been some sort of goal. Crowd getting up on their feet here at Circular Head. The hand pass is good. It's deliberate, but it's safe. Wow, this game living up to the hype of the second half already. Back to 6. The kick was scrubby. Lardner was the target, coming through the fist. Neanjok's coming in now, spiralling and tackled. It'll be a ball up. Lee Febber with a spiralling ball out of defence, only as far as Jock Neop. Charles just got pushed out of the ruck contest. Tom Charles. The ruckman in search of an outlet kick. That one was not it. Smith, umpire didn't call it a mark. Egger swooping up on this one. Big fly from behind. Hamill, and it was Bourne who's just trying to work his way into the game. Charles coming through with speed was Bakes. Holding the football going the way of Liam Davies. Davies looking for the outlet kick. Jackson was on, but good body was from Weller. Hand pass flick from Perry, and now they're out. Jamar Jackson. This is beautiful transition football here. Sliding mark taken from Sheehan. The president in the back of the NWFL telling him to hurry it up. Jackson now. House. Back to Jackson for some sort of goal to unleash on goal. Jamar Jackson, and won't quite make it. Fist came from behind. Coming through with a little bit of speed there was Perry. Still Perry. Johns dropped the ball. Holding the football it was. Caught cold. Has to come behind the mark, Billy Marshall. Marshall. Lee Febber. Corridor kick was dicey. Davies gobbled that one all up. Lardner on all fours. Here is Bakes. He got the hand pass away to Lee Febber. Ducking the head to get out of the tackle was Brody Knight. Umpire calls Ball up. Hot in the kitchen early in this third term. The patrons are all lining up for a sausage and watching all be hopefully their team circular head winning. Marshall in the tackle, Davies. Marshall doesn't look too good in the hamstring, does do the contest though. Charles is the winner of the tap down. Egger back to Leafheber. Running around him was Knight. Leafheber just set a long one down the line. Boundary line was there, but Smith was able to keep it in on time. Smith. Down the line, sets the task for Fleming. Runs into a little bit of open traffic. Kubicki nearly just bringing that one to ground. He should have marked that one, the veteran. Out now. Gee, what is going on? Kubicki should have marked that. That was one of the easier marks you'll see all day from Callum Kubicki. Up down and out of bounds. Free kick going the way now to Kalen Oates. Oates. Shift across the goal face to Davies. Davies. Niop. Will be a 50-metre penalty. Niop now to the outer wing. Jamar Jackson. Jackson now with a kick inside the forward 50. Big mark taken from Nianjok, who's been brilliant. Nianjok, oh, the kick just nearly missed. It went to Poke, in fact, from outside 50. Joe Poke right to the teeth. Bibi nearly spearing through. Happy to rush this one over the line, though, is Bakes. It'll be a point, and it'll be a big kick in. Lardner, nice tackle. This is getting hot in the kitchen. Haven't we got a game for you on the AFL Taz live stream? Tap down was one. Fleming. Kick in towards Bourne. Pushed underneath it. Muhammad. Davies. Knight. Dancing around a couple. Back to Davies. Caught cold by Leafheber. Umpire called it fair play. Muhammad with a spoil. In there is Bourne. Good build up now from Wynyard. They're out. Kick from Fleming. Right into the middle of the goals. Here is Kubicki. Right on cue. Callum Kubicki. It's rolling. It'll be a behind. What a game we got here. Perry. Austin Perry. Corridor kick was dicey, but it worked out to Barker. Damien Barker a little bit dumbfounded for options, so he turns it over to Keegan Weller. He's got two. Weller dumps a long one down the line. A couple of Saints jumpers await. Nianjok. Or Niop rather. Kick. This is brilliant ball movement now. Out now. Brody Knight goes. Sits it down in front of Sheehan. House just got upended. Sheehan wheeling kick to Lardner. Bibi is working his way back into the forward 50. Lardner goes all the way for home to Davies! Running into the back. Oh, even. First goal of the game for Liam Davies. Second of the term. What a game we've got here. Back to even. And my voice is nearly gone because we've been hyping this one up. What a game we've got here. In circular heads, you thought, oh, might not have lived up to the hype, but it well and truly has. Charles Egger. Here is Sharon Egger. Has a little bit of time to size up some options. Kubicki caught on the ground. Hand pass just missed to Tuxworth. Tuxworth still going at it. Spiralling and trickling ball forward. Will just go to the line. Boon Kong. Brody Knight, he's been influential that second term and leading into this third one. 15 minutes gone, we're halfway there. Gong. Kick wasn't a good one though, it was to Ren Smith, the diving mark. A kick will instead go forward. Kubicki along the boundary. Callum Kubicki over his head for a monster. Kubicki from the impossible angle. He's second of the day. Didn't call that one brilliantly, but that is a brilliant goal from Callum Kubicki. Back to 7 points it is. What a goal along the boundary line, if you don't mind. Hard to judge if that went in or not, but the umpire was well onto it. Maybe I need to get some clearer glasses. So back in the middle now. 7 points it is. That's the equation we're dealt with at the moment. Charles winning the big centre clearance. Oh, great mark. It's a good mark from Nianjoc. Had a similar shot from this distance before. It looks like he's going to go again. We're going to ride it home with him in your Nianjoc. Searching for his second. Stabbing ball forward and swiftly as you like to Sheehan. Hands are going up in the air saying, where was his opponent? Malachi Sheehan. Big kick in the context of this game to win it back. He's already got one. Sheehan to bring it back to a point. Runs around the man on the mark. Malachi Sheehan drives it home, but only for a point, so he's still got one goal next to his name. Out of fullback now, the Cats go. Howard, Smith. Awaiting the options. Ren Smith will try to shift it across the ground. The kick was good. Back to Darcy Brasendale. Brasendale with an inboard kick. It was scrubby. It was Darcy. It was everything that the circular heads wanted. And it's holding the football. Sheehan over the top. And it's a goal. What's better than one beer? Two beers. One goal, two to Bibi. Bibi, 2 goals, 1. Big game play up. Tap down was one to the advantage of the Cats. That should have been a throw. Lee Febber out had kicked him inside forward 50. Kubicki was coming out to meet it. Last line was Perry. Hand pass it to Grass. No one really in particular are waiting for it. Marshall's hand pass inboard wasn't great. Lurking around is Kubicki. Again for the impossible angle. Callum Kubicki shifting it across the face to Egger. End-to-end stuff. So what looked like a pretty easy kick is going to be a harder one for Sharon Egger. Hopefully he's a left footer. Played on, banana kick from Egger. That's his second of the afternoon. Lead back out now to 6 points, going the way of the Cats. Six points the margin. Charles. Marshall. Ball up. Tap down was one from Marshall, only as far as Bakes. House laying a good tackle. Will be another ball up inside the centre square, right on the bullseye. Marshall coming through the Cats to go forward. Crashing the pack was Weller. Kong. Sheehan. To this outer wing. Muhammad was there. House kept the ball in. Support came by way of Perry, but boundary line beats all comers. Tap down from Charles. Not going anywhere though. Davies laying a strong tackle. Perry danced around one, but danced himself into some Leaf Herbert trouble. Four goals this quarter. Bit of time on. A kick inside the forward 50 for Byrne. Kubicki dances around. It'll be a throw in. Charles. Bourne. Ball up. Tap down again from Charles. Davies was overrunning it. Nice on all fours. Tapped it out to the advantage. Kubicki running through. Ball up. Repeat stoppages inside the forward 50. How are they going to work their way out of this one? Circular head. Need the ruckman getting a decisive tap down. Perry and Fleming go at it. Leaf Herbert at the bottom of the pack. It'll be another ball up. Spiked out of the air from Marshall. Sets it out in front of Weller. Already got a couple next to his name. Sliding through was Oates. They've done well here. Stewart. Sheen, who's done well. Only as far now as Tuxworth. Right to the teeth. They needed to mark that one. Hamill sliding through. Barker was upended. Ball spills out to Tuxworth. Out now to Bakes. Hand pass and link. Leaf Herbert taking in the tackle. Spills out now to Egger, who just got dacked. Right out in front of Kubicki. Davies now with a clearing kick out wide to Johns. Cameron Johns. They took the pressure brilliantly there. Flies come. Free kick going the way of Hamill or Mianjock. They got the blankets out here. Mianjock, Muhammad nearly stuffed his teammate up. Muhammad. Barker Big contest to be won. It's the Cats who look like they're going to win it. Sucksworth inside the forward 50. Kubicki out the back. Ball just lands in the lap of Weller. Back to Kubicki for another one. Handy points. Any score is handy at this point in time. 7 points the margin. Berry going for the corridor. It's a dicey kick, but it works out to Sheehan. A true centre half back. Sheehan's kick to Oates was well weighted. Oates. Poke. Joe Poke. Fly from Egger, nearly reeling it in. House needs to keep this one dragged in. Umpire will come across himself. Ball up in front of the patrons at the Circular Heads club rooms. Marshall put 1 foot out. Hand pass from Egger. House crashing through the pack. Perry, Charles, Johns, all the usual suspects. Charles just slapped it on the boot. Hamill, this would be some sort of goal. They need it, but the mark from Drods. Drods. Kick was a little bit well weighted for Leafheber. Down the line it goes. Dropping back in the hole with Sheehan. Looks like there are a couple down on the bench. Sheehan to the outstretched arms of Charles. Charles, the next link in the chain, goes to Johns. Johns will look to kick inboard. He elects to go to the outer wing though, where Nianjoc awaits. He couldn't quite mark this, but he'll follow up his own work. The boundary line will beat all comers with a hand pass. Throw in. President lurking around in the back. He'd be happy with the standard of football on display right in front of us. Throw in right in front of him. Tap down from Marshall, through the hands of Bakes. In came Egger. Smith with a hand pass out and Hope. Fleming it was. Oates. Scoring's just dried up. Being played in between the arcs at this moment in time. Charles wins the tap down. Out the kick came from Lardner. Straight to half forward. Nianjoc standing underneath them. Might have got clobbered on the way. Beard laid a nice little shepherd. Poke flicks a hand pass off to Lardner. Streaming through like a bull. Johns just missing it. Drods, hand pass off to Bakes, who just slaps it on the boot to get rid of it. It might only be momentarily, though, a genuine foot race. The umpire nearly getting in the way. Barker, support go from Muhammad. Dancing around Leafheber. Muhammad with a kick to Bibi, nearly. And the siren goes. An emphatic quarter of football is completed. 8, 10, 58, 9, 11, 65. A couple of goal kickers that term. It was Beer with one, Egger and Leafheber, also Kubicki with one that quarter, but 3 going to Cameron Johns for the game. Davies, Sheehan, Beer, Nianjoc for the home team. Kubicki, Weller, Egger with 2 and singles to Leafheber and Ren Smith. Look, go make yourself a cup of tea. Get back in front of the TV to watch the last quarter of this one. It's a 7-point advantage going the way of the visiting team. Bo down into the commentary box with you. I need to re-lubricate my mouth because it's absolutely gone berserk here. We'll be back very shortly. The premiership quarter is done. Now the real fun begins. We'll be back very, very shortly. Kubicki, still Kubicki, sizing up the goals for some sort of goal, nearly. Callum Kubicki down from Egger. Leafheber spun out of trouble for the first of the term. Leafheber Right to the half-forward flank. Line slung around in the tackle. Bourne. Leifheber has a little bit of time to compose for the first of the term. Thomas Leifheber. Well, this game living up. Nearly spearing through. Happy to rush this one over the line, though, is Bakes. It'll be a point and right into the middle of the goals. Here is Kubicki, right on cue. Callum Kubicki, it's rolling. It'll be a behind. House just got upended. Shane Wheeling kick to Lardner. Beebe is working his way back into the forward 50. Lardner goes all the way for home to Davies. Running into the back. Oh, even. Mr. Tuxworth. Tuxworth still going at it. Spiralling and trickling ball forward. Will just go to the line. Loving mark. A kick will instead go forward. Kubicki along the boundary. Callum Kubicki over his head for a monster. Kubicki from the impossible angle. Searching for his second. Stabbing ball forward as swiftly as you like to Sheehan. Bring it back to a point. Runs around the man on the mark. Malachi Sheehan drives it home, but only for a point, so he's still got one. Brazendow with an inboard kick. It was scrubby. It was dicey. It was everything that the circular heads wanted. Oh, Sheehan over the top. And it's a goal. What's better than one beer? Two beers. Wasn't great. Working around is Kubicki again for the impossible angle. Callum Kubicki shifting it across the face to Egger. Played on, banana kick from Egger. That's his second of the afternoon. Leakey at the back, ball just lands in the lap of Weller. Back to Kubicki for another one. And he points. Rumble in the jungle here. We're nearly ready to go. A final term awaits. Who will be victorious? Round 7 in the midst of the season. It's not a big win, but for a team like Circular Heads, who've already got one win, they will move up to 6th place on the ladder. Bo down, I'm in the commentary box with you. Big last quarter coming up of JMC NWFL Round 7 action. The last game of the round. And we've been treated to a classic. Players are raring to go. Umpire holds the ball aloft. This last 30 minutes, one of the biggest in the Circular Heads season. Tap down from Marshall. Kick from Egger was smothered. Davies, the coach, wants to make something early. Ren Smith and Fleming and all these big name players for Wynyard will be looking to go for another win. Barker slung around in the tackle. It's a high up and under kick to true centre half forward. Playing on there is Griffiths. Speed coming out of the middle. Griffiths with the 1-2 hand pass. The soccer skills are in play here. Kick inside the forward 50. Bourne. Bakes over the top. In a little bit of time and space is Fleming. we can go back to the replay, he needed to stick that tackle. I think it was Beerby. I might have been the op. He needed to stick that. Yeah, right here. He needs to stick that tackle or just impact it in some way. Boom Kong. So first the last term. Tap down from Marshall. Coming through was Barker. Picked off by Egger. Just pushed as he went to go for it. Egger, that should be holding the football. It will be. So Davies, the coach. He'd like nothing more than to get a win. Only bet East Devonport in round one. That's their only scout. They're looking to get someone who's above the ladder than them. Davies right down the ground. Sheen with a kick to Beerby! Looking for his second. A double whammy for Beerby. 2 first names, he could get 2 goals. What's better than 1? Of course, there's 2! 2 first names, he's shot 2 goals. Beerby with 2 big majors in that third, and now the 4th term brings it back to 7. Opened up the angle sublimely, did Beerby. Tap down from Marshall. Egger just left it behind. Another clearance going the way of the Saints. Nice kick inside forward 50 from Knight. Nearly reeling it in was Sheehan. Johns, Sheehan. Ball up. Brody Knight got it underway in that second term. There was a mantra goal. Knight, he's starting to pick up the pace again here. Neanjock and Marshall, either ruckman getting a decisive tap down. Egger's kick was smothered right into the schnoz of Cameron Johns. Muhammad in a one-on-one. Nice tap down from Tuxworth. Muhammad, still Muhammad. Might have just got grabbed as he went to get rid of it. Hair pass out to Lefebvre. Wall the contact. All up. Cameron Johns, I think, just getting hit with the ball in the schnoz. Yeah, you can see him on the ground there. Trap down one, Josh Muhammad dances around one. Now to Lardner, already got one. Socket off the deck, bakes the clearing kick out of the defence, maybe only momentarily though. Hamill coming back with a flight, fist was good. Lefebvre or Edwards, caught and cold, babies. Liam Davies, the coach, is having a standout game. A kick inside the forward 50 away. It's Beerby, just got underneath it. Might have been a nudge, but it'll be a free kick. Or a mark, rather. Kick into the corridor was Dicey. Sheehan. Bakes. Chip kick. Little 9-9 over the top to Smith. A kick inside the forward 50. Flyers fly. Mark taken. Lions. Kobe Lions hasn't troubled the scorers today. No kick in the context of this game at this point in time is bigger than the one that he has on his boot. Kobe Lions. Get it out to 13 points. Doesn't even make the distance. Perry now. They don't need to take too many stupid risks just yet. They've still got a plethora of time. Knight, who got it all starting in that second quarter. The resurgence will go kick to this commentary side wing to Davies. Right in front of the Perry's quality meat sign. Davies will go down the line as whoops. Kick now, just cut off by Fleming. Fleming, tracked down, house into the kick. Jamal Jackson standing back, nearly gets mown down. Zorny Anjock. Leaf Heber. Back to Leaf Heber. Smith and Tuxworth, the high up and under kick inside forward 50. Anjock rose from the clouds. Niop. It was rather, still stuff those guys' names up as Davies with a centimetre perfect kick, but just to the wrong man. Billy Marshall takes the intercept mark. Marshall, a low bullet kick. Hamill. Hamill, it'll be a 50-metre. Oh, that's a dangerous 50-metre penalty. The collision wasn't terrible. He tried to get the fist in there, but intricate sort of measures there. Hamill with a kick out in front of Davies. This will favour his left foot if he can. That had to be holding the ball, or the man rather it will be. Bates giving away the free kick. He goes down. Maybe just a bit of cramp. Davies, that left leg looks a little bit ginger, sliding, traceable, a kick to Barker. Oh, Brody Knight it is. Brody Knight. To bring it back to 1 point. No kick is bigger in the context of the game. There's points. Brody Knight, his second of the fourth term, back to a point. Big game player Brody Knight. He got it all started in that second term. He's been massive. Brilliant kick by Davies too. Look what it means to the crowd. We had a drubbing in the first game. This one has lived up to the hype. Marshall wheeling and going. Big centre clearance for the visitors, but Barker stood underneath it. Damien Barker. Ball in hand, out of fullback to a genuine 2-on-1. Flies flew. Big Charles is trying to knock this one on. Did well. Neanjock clobbered. Maybe a head collision there. Leaf Feber off to Lyons. Muhammad with a nice little bit of pressure. Nearly takes the mark as Weller. Couldn't quite get it. He flicked it out to a teammate. That was a throw. Kong. Oates gave up a little bit of grounds. Took a bounce. Surface not really permitting the bounce, but it did end up coming back to him. Perry at Oates. The runner on. Perry was called to play on, ran himself into a little bit of trouble. Oates hugging the boundary line. Kick a little bit too hot to handle for a teammate in the Anjock. Leaf Heber. Hair pass. Now to Weller from outside 50. Weller right to the teeth of goal. A 1-on-1. Boundary line will beat everyone. Almost landing in the car. Big clearance still in the context. 10 minutes gone. 10-10 to 10-11. Charles out of the pack is Egger. Malachi Sheen flicked a hand pass off to Kong. Back to Egger. Last line is Niop. Niop taking a bit of mileage. Sends it down the line. The kick favoured his teammate in Stewart. Johns is back on the ground. Johns, nifty little kick over the top, finds Josh Muhammad. Build up is good. Muhammad, the kick wasn't so good. Davies flicked the hand pass back only as far as Lee Feber, intercepted it and tried to go again, but it's coming back in. Jamal Jackson, kicking ball to the corridor, opens the ground up. Here is Sheehan. You feel the damn wall might just break now. Advice coming from all areas of the ground. Ball to Brody Knight. Takes some seconds off the clock. You'd hope he kicks it. Probably Beer on the line can try and mark it. Knight. It won't quite make the distance. Right to the teeth of goal. Big fly from Marshall. Off the hands and feet of Drods. Big collision in the goal square there. You can see a couple of players down. Howard sliding kick. Wasn't called a mark. It wasn't a mark. Tuxworth, umpire hot onto that one. Lee Feber down the ground. Cotton with a big fist out.
Yeah, man on.
Tap down from Charles. Egger with a kick into the middle of the ground. Didn't really favour anyone that he needed to favour. Jamar Jackson overrunning it was Lardner. Jackson flicked the hand pass back to Knight. In there was Lardner again. Now back to Sheehan. This is better ball movement. A kick inside the forward 50. Beer ball to ground. Davies with a tackle. Just a hack kick out of defence from Griffiths. Nearly didn't work. Perry will see you boundary line.
Let's go, talk up here, talk up. Hey, you gotta talk up. Hey, man on man. Let's go, Dave.
Tap down favouring the Cats. Hand pass was flicked out from Smith. A kick inside. Good mark from Bourne. Hasn't worked into the game as well as he would have liked, I would have thought. Marley Bourne. We're all even. Bourne, chip kick to Kubicki is stock standard stuff by the way of Kubicki. Opens up the angle, goes for goal, didn't waste any time. It shifts across the face mark. Weller's had some sort of game today. 2 goals. Maybe the third will be none bigger. We keep saying it, big kicks in the context of this game. It's getting down to the cutting edge. Keegan Weller needs to seal this one. Weller. For his third, a relatively easy kick. The Barks are coming at him and Weller seals it. Makes the equation a little bit more difficult for Circular Heads. Weller's got his third of the day, his first of the 4th term. 4 goals this quarter. 11-11-77 to 10-11-71. One of the easiest kicks you'll get in your career, but the state of the game, it might not have been so easy. You made it look easy though. Back over to Circular Heads. It's now your turn. Big ruck contest. Marshall winning the tap down. Coming off half back there was Hamill. Lee Feber. Hamill slapping it on. Dangerous ball here. House overrunning it. Lee Feber. Egger with a kick out in hope. Standing underneath it was Fleming. High ball coming out to meet a Kubicki. Davies lurking around, pushed off it was Kong. Kubicki runs into the open goal for 2 in a minute. Just drifted out now, Kubicki, third of the game. Callum Kubicki. When you need a hero, call this man in the fluoro boots. Another big clearance. Marshall ripping out of the ruck. The ball just falling out of the circular head's favour at the moment. Bourne. Wearing him like a glove is Kong. Still with Bourne. Flicks this one in. Sackled around. Ball up. If they're good enough, they'll win it. Leifeber. Davies. Coming in, you thought this should have been a pretty big drubbing. Wynyard haven't played their best football. So if Circular Head are good enough to win this, be some sort of game. Davies, crucial clearance. Lardner had a lot of time to get rid of it. Kick inside, had poke. Back to Sheehan. Lardner can unleash from outside 50. Lucas Lardner! Bang! Second of the game. Back to a goal. Have a look at him here. He starts on the screen. Kicks inboard. Got the hand pass received. Poke did well.
We're about to fix it now. I actually don't know. I'm looking back at the scoreboard.
Brilliant stuff.
No, you're all good. It's 77 to 83. Wynyard. Yeah.
Big centre clearance in the context of this one. Marshall ripping it out of the ruck again. He might have threw it. He did. Obvious throw it was. None more blatant than that. Charles with a hand pass back to the hero and Lardner. They kick inside the forward 50. Scrubby sort of stuff. Who wants it more? In there is House. He got slung around. Bakes. Big tackle. Neanjok. Spotted up at teammates. Umpire didn't call it 15. Interesting call from the umpire. Lardner taking to the tackle was Stewart. Lardner still having it. We'll have a throw up. Tap down from Neanjok. Running through the middle was Davies. Neanjok will pick this one up. Needs to reel it in. Can't let him release. Ball up. Marshall knew that if he had that, would have been costly for Circular Heads. Tap down from Marshall. Clearing kick from Egger. One-on-one. Big mark, Tuxworth. Tuxworth to Leifeber. Non-15 kick. Leifeber just got punched as he got rid of it. Underneath was Hamill. Weller. Umpire called play on. Weller just has to slap it on the boot. Hope for the best. Who's going to get it? Perry. Kubicki. Here is Kubicki. A big side player. Callum Kubicki. And it's a very, very valuable ball that's been kept in. A point would have made it difficult. Still hope for Circular Head. But a dangerous throw-in that they need to navigate. Charles slaps it out of the vicinity. Out in front of Lardner. He's had a big last quarter. Lucas Lardner. Big stand-up mark from Johns. Has to play on. Stabs a kick. Sheehan falls in the lap nearly. Fist was good there from Griffiths. A little bit of time now to reconjure something up. Brasendale's kick was smothered. It'll be a throw in. Out of sight. 21 minutes gone in this classic. Of course, one more goal gets them back to draw level. They really need 2 more goals in a matter of minutes. Lefebvre, big clearance to win. Smith, umpire's gone down in the middle. High kick inside forward 50. Kubicki, fist came from behind from Oates. In there was Fleming. Weller, Kubicki, they might be out now. Big knockout of the ball from Knights. Umpire, where's the holding the ball? Ren Smith, right to the top of the goal square. Bouncing, trickling. Ren Smith is a... Oh, they're going to have a conjure. They're going to have a meeting. Ren Smith, it might be. Touched behind, but a big point. This game has got a lot of ebbs and flows. Liam Davies to take it out of defence. Ball just didn't sit for him. It was a costly bounce. Davies, Barker, back to Davies, hugging the boundary line. The tightrope is narrow. Marshall, big fly, boundary throw in. $22.5 gone. Playing along at home, we have no idea how long is left. See the ruckman getting a decisive tap down. Sheehan, House, big soccer forward, taking very, very dangerous mileage. Out the back, Cameron Johns, ball will bobble. Stayed in, the point, crucial, it must be said. Crucial point to draw back even. A goal in it. At that point, one of the more crucial points of the day. 11 of them have meant nothing. The 12th may just mean something. Out of defence, Hamill stood underneath it, crashing through was Marshall. He'll get the hand pass, only as far as Perry. Big follow-up play from Marshall. The big ruckman, the bustling ruckman, off to Lyons. End-to-end stuff here from Wynyard. Kick inside the forward 50. Kubicki nearly running on the mark this one. Hand pass was dicey. Neop out now to Perry. Mark taken by Egger. Egger kick out wide to Marshall. Overlap runners everywhere. Just slipped at the crucial second though. Did Fleming, wearing him like a glove though, is Kong. They couldn't have let them out there. They needed to trap it in. Did circular head. Good looking throw in from the ump. Charles in the tap down. Hamill caught in the tackle. Umpire hot in the whistle. Ball up. Marshall straight down the throat of Knight. He flicked a hand pass over the top. No one really in particular. Mileage from Lardner, but out the back they have a spare man. Maybe a player just got knocked down in the process of that. Hamill just clean bowled him. Charles, the big ruckman, never give it to the ruckman. Umpire calls ball up. So they were nearly out there, but they need to make the numbers even behind the football in case it does get socket out, as we just saw in that example. Charles with the fist. Kubicki's been massive this quarter, even to go as far as the game winner. Charles, Lyons with an ever crucial clearance. Sliding through though was Jamar Jackson. One last roll of the dice. Jackson out now to a teammate in Knight. Sheehan, the hand pass was good. The knock on even better. Lardner hot on his tail though. Should have been a free kick. High up and on the ball from Lefebvre. Hugging the boundary line is Barker. Neandrox ended up with ball in hand. Knight, good link up in play. Big mark was needed. They couldn't reel it in. House, bit of time and space. Good Shepherd was displayed. A kick inside the forward 50. Big fist from Keegan Weller. They need a goal and they need it quickly to just draw back even. Egger with a quick clearing kick. Bourne hugging the boundary line. Hand pass was flicked back inboard to Leafhaber. Leafhaber with a driving kick down the line. One last roll. Barker played on. They're going inside forward 50. Barker, no options present. Bibby nearly taking the mark. Ball bobbles out. This might be the final minutes. Crucial seconds ticked off the clock. Kubicki couldn't quite reel it in. Barker with another chance to send them inside forward 50. Hamill standing underneath it. Hamill with a big top, and he's absolutely shaked the daylights out of it. Oh, what are you doing, man? What was that kick? Jacob Hamill out on their feet, these players. If he had his time again, he might not have done that. Tap in. Hamill, he might be the game saver. Holding the football, it's going the way of circular heads. Oh my goodness. Wowee. Hamill, he needs to hurry up because they're a goal down. Siren! This to draw the game. Jacob Hamill. They can't win it, but they can draw it or they can lose it. To share the 2 points. Jacob Hamill to draw the game. Maybe just as good as a win. And he gets it, it's a draw. In fact, it's a win. We're 1 point off for the scoreboard. Circular heads are won in a classic. Oh my goodness. Off on the scoreboard, we updated it. It's a win to Circular Heads in a Saturday afternoon classic. We had the scoreboard wrong on the stream, but Hamill, cold as ice, goes back and gets a ripper. They've beaten Wynyard. This game never fails to disappoint. Although we had it wrong on the stream, they were very right on Play HQ. What a goal from Hamill. Big umpiring decision, might be looked at during the week, but Jacob Hamill has got the sealer here. He must have missed a score there, but nonetheless, what a game of football we have just witnessed here at Circular Heads. 12-13-85, 12-12-84. Wow, trying to decompress all that. We'll run through some goal kickers for you. What a game of football we have just witnessed. YHQ tries to update. We'll try and get the correct score. I think it's a win. Bit of fluff about here. Well, maybe the players were confused that it was a goal or maybe not, or what the final score was. Interesting scenes here at Circular Heads. As we just see the stream cut out, but what a game we've had. It's a draw, so the final score is a draw. They were celebrating as if it was a win, but nonetheless, what a game of football we've had to treat you on a Saturday afternoon. My name's Bo Downham. It's been a pleasure to bring this one to you live from Circular Head. We'll see you next week. It's bye for now.